stays in isn't good enough. I mean, Toby stays at a La Quinta when he goes to Pebble Beach.
Hey.
That story tops our 2-minute drill. We welcome our panel, defense attorney Kelly Saindon, and we welcome back Tobin Smith and Leslie Marshall. Fire up the clock, everybody, please. All right, first there were stimulus projects to nowhere, and now this. Members of a key panel created by the stimulus bill will be meeting later this month to consider ways to prevent fraud, waste, and abuse of funds. Oh, by the way, the meeting will be taking place at the luxurious Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Phoenix. An example of more government waste. Are they just throwing it in our face? I'll start with you, Kelly.
No, I think it's a sense of entitlement. I don't think they're specifically doing it to throw it in our face. I think they never even considered the impact. They just expect to be somewhere nice.
Toby?
Well, I will tell you from a math standpoint, you know why they went there? Because Phoenix is so hammered by all the, boycotts of that. I happen to have a home out there. I'm telling you right now, they probably get it for 50%. They probably got it for the La Quinta price. So before we skewer these guys, I would look at the deal because they are getting some fabulous deals at the Phoenician and the Ritz-Carlton because they've lost so much business.
Leslie, I should have even asked Toby this question. He's so highbrow. He would never stay at any place less than a 4-star hotel, for sure. That's blasphemy. Kelly, what do you think?
Leslie and I are on the same page on this.
Sorry, Leslie, what do you think?
Oh, well, I think Toby has a bit more princess in him than I do. But, hey, come on, what do you want them to stay at a Motel 6? And I think they're probably getting a free ride. I mean, come on, you don't know which lobbyists are behind which hotels nowadays.
All right, Leslie, how about this, Toby? Regardless of whether they got it for 50% off or not, does it send a bad message to people?
Well, in isolation, it sounds like, oh, those stupid people are trying to save money by staying at Ritz-Carlton. If you're going to do business and you're going to get people together, if you could do it at a $50 a night hotel, that makes sense. But, there's not many $50 a night hotels that you can get a large group of people in and solve a problem. I mean, I think that's a practical issue.
All right, MetLife will move on. One of the largest sellers of long-term care insurance, announcing they will cease offering it at the end of December. The reasons? Skyrocketing costs and losses. You see, policyholders are living longer and generating more claims than initially projected.
We can solve that.
Yeah, other long-term care insurers have petitioned for premium increases as much as 40%. Is this a sign of bad times ahead for the insurance industry? Leslie?
Where's Sarah Palin calling MetLife the leader of death panels? That's what I want to know. You know what? I think this is what happens when you have a bad economy. Any company, large or small, is going to make some cuts. And you know what, folks? Why don't we go back to taking care of our own family members?
Kelly, what do you think?
I think it's a smart business decision, and yes, the insurance industry is in trouble because they're not making money on this. They're going to lose money, but we knew this because the baby boomers are getting old, and that's a sign of the times.
It's an excellent point. If you look at the life insurance industry, for instance, they have these life tables, life expectancy tables. Yeah. They've moved up 8.5 years in the last, 20 years. And literally, those policies that were written like 20 years ago, they're losing money on it. So the extended care business is in that same deal, is that people are living longer because of Medicare and better health care, and their product is not priced appropriately. Now, tell that to some people on the Hill, and they say, we need to investigate this, and there needs to be a 4-star commission to see why these people are living too long.
And we're going to go to the Ritz to talk about it.
And we're going to go to the Ritz.
At the Ritz.
Yeah. And have a $20 cocktail, too, just for the hell of it.
I'll join you.
All right, we move on. According to Newsweek, 7 of the top 10 richest counties are suburbs of Washington, D.C. Hey, guess who lives there in one of his homes? Topping the list, Loudoun County, Virginia. Average family income, $114,000. Fairfax County, Virginia is number 2. Howard County, Maryland, number 3. The government pays well, doesn't it, Toby?
Well, it is so amazing that, I don't know, but hang on, you know that all of the big contractors for the government are all in Fairfax and Loudoun and Howard County. So you have taken an industry that pays, by the way, of the 150,000 households, about 40% are in those same counties. So, hey, man, why live far away from the gravy train when you can commute to work?
Kelly, what do you think?
Doesn't everyone do business with their friends? Of course they're going to live by each other.
Yeah.
And Leslie, I mean, this is a case of really the government probably becoming smaller, so you're not working for the government technically in terms of drawing a paycheck, but as Toby said, you're contracting, so you're getting it one way or another.
Well, I think if we looked at these counties, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it was probably the same thing. We're just hearing about it now. Obviously, a lot of these, and the other thing is, I, as a Democrat, know that the R doesn't stand for Republican. It stands for rich. It stands for the party of the rich.
Oh, by the way, all of these counties are Democrat counties, Leslie, by the way.
No.
All of these counties are strongly Democrat. And my little county, Montgomery County, from 5 years ago in Maryland, has dropped like crazy. Right, Montgomery County, we've dropped like crazy. These carpetbagging people are taking our money.
That's right, Leslie. All right, we're moving on. On deck, he bought his first bus when he was too young.